So let's look then at some important parts or the basic concepts of a debate, now that we accept that debate is everywhere. The 6 basic concepts I'm going to talk about, and then afterwards I'm going to look at 4 more complex concepts. Okay? So these basic concepts are things that will happen in every debate, or almost every debate. Right? So those concepts are firstly, a topic or a motion, something to debate about. Secondly, sides, different groups that debate. Thirdly, teams or speakers. So this is how many people are in each different group. Fourthly, timing. How much time people have to discuss these issues. Fifth, interaction. There are some interactive elements in the debate that decide how people can talk to each other and share and compare ideas. And finally, arguments and rebuttals, which is probably the most important part of the debates. That's not why I left it last, right? But it's very, very important. You'll see why it is important. Let's briefly talk about these things, shall we? Firstly, the topic. You can't have a debate if you don't know what you're debating about, right? And if people are talking about 2 different things, then that leads to confusion. Then you're not really debating. So that's why topics of a debates are important. In a debate, the topic is usually a statement. So it says we should do something. It's not a question that needs to be answered. Right? So even if there's a problem and there are competing choices, so I don't know what to eat, I don't know if I should go for lunch somewhere close by or somewhere far further away, the topic would suggest what. So you should say, we would eat lunch here. And then people will have a debate and compare that choice with another choice. All right? So there are different kinds of topics. Most topics suggest a recommendation. So, for example, that we should legalize abortion, or we should abolish capital punishment, the death penalty. Right? So those topics suggest a specific action. And one side will defend that action and the other side would oppose that action. Some topics are also evaluative. They say why something is better than something else or similar to something else. So a topic could be, if I combine my first 2 examples, we believe that abortion is equal to murder. Right? So you have to compare whether abortion and murder is the same, or that abortion is more harmful to society than capital punishment. Right? So in those debates, the important thing is the concept of comparison. What is equal, what is more important, what is more harmful, what is the priority. Right? A classic topic in this area that is comparative is we believe that the environment is more important than the economy. That's also a comparative topic. There's also another kind of topic, which is a topic that evaluates a fact. Right? So it says whether something is or isn't something else. So abortion is a sin. Abortion is murder. Or abortion or the death penalty is cruel. So that topic asks teams to say whether something is something else. So they have to create a standard for that thing. So what is sin and how do we define sin? And then show why one thing leads to another thing. Right? So those are largely 3 different areas of topics, but you don't have to be too worried about deciding whether a topic is a recommendation or an evaluation or a fact, because there's always a little bit of overlap. For example, if I'm going to say that that we should legalize abortion, I will compare abortion to other things that we have already legalized and say why that's fair. I will also talk about whether or not abortion is cruel, right, to evaluate that concept or that fact. So a team will have to do all of these different things anyway. But understanding what the topic specifically wants will help you become a little bit more effective and focused, and as a teacher and as a judge, help you direct the debate or decide exactly what the issue of comparison or evaluation in that debate is. Right? So that's what topics are. That's why topics are important. There are also more variations with topics, whether topics are very open or whether topics are very narrow. right? So, and we'll talk about more of those things later when we get into definitions. We just need to understand now what topics are and why they're important. The second concept is the concept of sides. So now you have a topic, you need at least two different sides to discuss that topic. The easiest way to understand this is one side that supports the topic and one side that opposes the topic. Each side should take a unique position on the topic, right? So in, say, the Asian parliamentary debate format, there is the government team, which will support the topic, and the opposition team that will oppose the topic. Those are the two sides. Some debate formats have more than two teams or more than two sides, right? So you have two teams on the government side who will support the topic, but in a different way, and two teams on the opposition side which support the topic, but in a different way. That, by the way, is the British parliamentary debating format. Now, you can also have a many-sided debate. Why not? If you have 10 people in the classroom, you can have a topic and you can say, now each of you should take a different position, and each of you will have a side on that topic, and you can compare, right? Because in real life, decisions are not yes and no, not black and white, right? People have in-between positions. I agree with you and kind of agree with you, but kind of have my own slight difference with the positions that both of you are taking. Okay? So it's important in a debate, or as a concept of a debate, the concept of sides rather are important, to know what the specific responsibilities of the side are. So if my job is to support the topic, what am I supposed to do to support the topic? What is my responsibility, right? The third thing that we're going to talk about here in regards to concepts is teams and speakers. So now that you have sides, within the side you can have a number of people to represent a group, or you can have different individuals. Now, most debating, academic debating, or even debates in society happen with groups versus other groups. Political parties are teams and groups that debate with other political parties, right? And most competitive debate tournaments, like the World Debating Championships, the World Schools Championships, are team events, okay? Now, this concept is important in order to understand that the team needs to function together, people need to support each other, and when you're persuading as a team, different speakers have different responsibilities or obligations. So for example, if I'm speaking first, I need to explain what my position or what my team is going to do, right? If I'm speaking second, I should defend my teammate because my teammate's my friend, right? My teammate's been attacked, my teammate has been rebutted, and I should work together. So from a teaching element, this helps people learn about interaction as a team, working together, supporting each other, communicating in groups, and group problem solving. So all these things that affect with teamwork. As a debater, you need to be able to do that in a team. And as a judge, you evaluate whether or not teams work together and fulfilled their roles. That's halfway. We have 3 more concepts to go.